Hey YouTube, this is the CITAP1 YouTube channel, and today is the day that I reached the 1 million views mark. So I want to thank everybody who has subscribed and watched, and anybody who is a frequent visitor, I invite you to subscribe too. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the video. The rest of this video is going to be a bunch of little short clips from different things that we've seen over the years, and I hope you'll enjoy the flashbacks. You may have seen some of these, and others may be new to you. Alright, enjoy. This is the Royal Gorge train, and those are a couple of old F-unit locomotives. Coming up is the Royal Gorge suspended bridge, and it is designed to hold the train tracks up from above rather than below, because there wasn't anywhere to put a bridge under it. And that is the old bridge across the Royal Gorge. This helicopter was doing some pretty... And here's eagle or something that was flying around. Eagle, hawk, something. Deer. And there's a shot of me driving along. We decided to rent a Mustang convertible and cruise around while we were in Colorado Springs. We went to the top of Pikes Peak and several other locations. Very cool area to drive. This is a footprint. And this is the highway that comes out of Cannon City down there going up into the mountains. There's the rock strata there. This is Skyline Drive, very cool place. You can see these dinosaur tracks all through the rock strata along the road. There's a predator's footprint, I believe. It's that three-toed one in the center, left. So you are looking at a lake bed, and imagine that you are underneath looking up at the dinosaurs. These are the imprints down into the mud from underneath. Oh, it's very interesting. This is the Kaanapali Railroad in Lahaina, Maui. The locomotive is going to let off steam here in a minute to clear pipes, but also they do it on this trestle to get distance and a mass of steam in the air, and then you can see a rainbow in the steam as you go by. So in the next clip coming up, watch for the rainbow now. And this is the locomotive. It's a narrow, small gauge locomotive, and they had little steam engines like this serving all the different islands for the sugarcane plantations. Here we are doing a concrete stairway, and I teach you how to do cement forms, rebar, pour concrete, and then we are pouring bagged concrete here because it is a long way from the road. That is the finished stairway, and you can see the nice curved form there and stairs. It looks great. There is drainage for water on the top of the stairs, and that goes out into Puget Sound, a long pipe heading out. But yeah, these stairs worked really well. This is the kitchen at the beach house. This used to be a rat-infested structure, vacant for several years. That's the island. Dishwasher. Put in all new oak floors. There used to be a wall there. Wide open. And I got a +6 on the game. This is a regal looking fellow over at Salt Creek County Park near Port Angeles, Washington. So it's pretty cool to see him way up in the tree there. And as the camera zooms out wide, he is all of a sudden going to take off flying. And I'll quickly track him to the next perch. And there he goes. So that was pretty cool, catching an eagle in flight like that. So he just hung out there and didn't do anything else. Charlie. Good boy. Yeah, meow. Good boy. Yeah, Charlie is no longer with us. He was 17, had a good life, diabetes. This is Lake Crescent, and we are on the north side of it. Very nice lake, and there's a few access points around it. There's the Highway 101, the main road. That's Highway 101 on the south. So this is Rife Lake, and that is the reservoir. You can see the reservoir is low. This video clip is actually going at double speed just to move things along. You can see how low the water level is. This plain here is where the town of Cosmos was, and that was a logging town with a railroad. They used to bring all the trees down here and then send them down the river. And now we are back into the public access area, and there's the truck camper, and I spent a couple of days here. It was pretty nice. There weren't many people around. Here's one of the structures. So even though the town was abandoned, it looks like parts of the town could have been left intact, because this here is above the flood line. There was an old locomotive service shed here, and where the grass is between the tracks was the pit. And the mechanics would be in the pit. They would empty out the ash box of the locomotive, and then they would grease and service all the locomotive parts. There's an old cog. You can see there's the spline in it. Or not spline, but a keyway. Huh. I wonder what that was for. Careful. Well. There. That's the way. That's the fast way down. We're having a campfire here at the cabin, and we have some baby back ribs slowly barbecuing in a rack about 3 feet above the fire. Getting a little bit of smoky and tasty. You'll see those in just a second. Them babies. Baby back ribs, that is. Jacob has wasted no time. And this is my plate here.
Oh yeah?
Oh, much better. Now we can get the day started.
And this is what we got going for the crew. Blueberry whole wheat pancakes from scratch. Jimmy Dean's maple sausage. Blueberries. There's our Bob's Red Mill whole wheat flour. And real maple syrup from Costco. So let's flip this baby and see what we get. Where's my flipper? Where'd my flipper go? I don't know if I can do this one-handed or not. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. There you go. The flip side. Oh, is it this?
No, you go that way too.
But why would you want to?
When you can go this way.
When you can go this way. That's the other road. Observatory. Been a while since I've been here. And here comes Jacob. Sweet. Off of here. I'm going to remove these old corroded terminals and put on some new ones and crimp and solder them. Okay, so the negative terminal is not as bad as the positive terminal was. Here you can see some of the junk that was in the positive terminal, and I'm putting new ends on them with these here lug connectors. I crimp them. I've got a special $200 rip-off tool from Greenlee with some flux on the wires, and after crimping then I will solder the terminal onto the cable and that'll give me a really good connection that will never again corrode. And that one is 8 gauge. Hey Potter, how you doing, buddy? And then these are zinc plated brass battery terminal connectors with a stud on them. So it makes a nice solid connection now.
Belly scratch test. Take 2. Hi, Charlie. Oh, scratchy, scratchy. Oh, oh, be nice. Be nice. Oh, be nice.
Even the best of us fall sometimes. I had to get a heart stent. Kelly stayed with me the entire time. She was so good to me. So as a thank you to all the nurses and doctors and staff that took care of me, we got these treats, pies, from a special bakery and delivered them. There's my Live Long and Prosper, and these are some of the staff members that took care of me. This is the light show Borealis. If you like light shows, I highly recommend this video. Go find it in the list. It's about a 25-minute video. the inverter is now finished. It goes into the compartment here, and we can lift it out to use it. Set it on the floor, set it someplace where we can use it. I've got about 3 feet of 6-gauge wire and a ground coming to it. I'm going to put this into some 1-inch split loom, and that'll protect it and keep it neater. There you see the wires going into the battery compartment. The other wires are the solar power wires from the controller. Those are the other charge wires. I would hop up here on the roof and take a quick look at how things are doing. Everything looks good. Old solar panel, new solar panel. And out here are snow-capped mountains. I think that is the Sisters and Mount Hood. And that is the direction I'm heading in. Well, crap, I'm sitting here at a Napa store in North Las Vegas. I have 2 spark plugs that previously blew out on me. It's a Ford problem, and both of them seem to have developed a second problem. This is the time the unknown mechanic and I were going to go on a fishing trip. I got up to the campground and I wanted to change my location. I went to start the truck again and my fuel pump was dead. So we drove 130 miles round trip to the nearest town and got a new fuel pump from Napa store. We had to siphon 30 gallons out of the fuel tank into 5-gallon buckets. We undid the straps for the tank and lowered it down, disconnected everything, put the new fuel pump in, strapped it back up, stuck it in place, refilled the fuel tank, and everything worked great. We had a big rubber tarp you see on the ground there in case of any fuel spills, and there weren't any. The ranger was very impressed, very thankful he allowed us to even do the project in our camp spot. So happy days, and the rest.
Now we're going. Here, hold them up again. I wasn't on at the time, sorry. Jeff caught himself a nice rainbow first thing in the morning on Sunday.
It was about maybe the 20th thing.
Pardon me?
Maybe the 20th thing in the morning.
20th cast in the morning, So anyway, Jeff's gonna send him back to Mama.
Yep, I'm going back home. See you, buddy. Nice meeting you. Go on. You're not dead.
There he goes. Okay.
Okay. Big washer. This video was to show you how to change the starting motor in an F-250. Big nut. Rubber dog. Potter, I believe. Is the name. Barking is the game. Okay. So there's 13. Nice and solid. Okay. Let's put the battery cables back on now. Alright, cell phone view. The GoPro seems to have cut out on me. But this is a Lincoln Zephyr. Look at that interior. This is at the Greenwood Auto Show, one of the biggest, best car shows anywhere. There's about 600 cars, covering 2 miles. 39 3-window coupe Desert Rose. A lot of them are in this kind of condition, all sorts of cars. Oh jeez, look at that. V12 flathead. V12 flathead with that one lonely carburetor on top. This is an engineering masterpiece for its day. Tiny little carburetor for 12 cylinders. Look at the horns up there. Alright, there you go. Dave and I finished building his steel garage. Took us 3 days to do it, and it worked out beautifully. Dave just happened to have this old swimming pool cover structure, and he had this foundation on his property that was just about the same size, about a foot narrower, so he recycled it. Had this old foundation that he didn't know what to do with. He had this old swimming pool cover he didn't know what to do with, and one day he put two and two together, and presto, Dave has a cover for his dump truck and other equipment. We are here in Truck Camper Kitchen Stadium for another edition of Iron Truck Camper Chef Challenge Quick Pizza. And what we're going to make here is, I've got some hamburger, and I have mixed into the hamburger some Italian herb, sage, rosemary, and garlic, with a little bit of Tony Sauchere's spice and herbs too. So what we're going to do is make a pizza, and we're going to do it the easy way. We're just going to use some Mission flour tortillas. And what we're going to do is take 2 tortillas, and in between the tortillas we're going to put some cheese. Okay, and so many of you harsh critics, please forgive me, I don't have any tomato sauce. So it's the closest thing I've got to tomato, but we're going to have our tomatoes on there, so we'll be good to go. So once again, be gentle with me. Put the other piece of crust on there. All right, now let's bake our crust for a few minutes. Melt that cheese, baby, melt that cheese. Pulled the pizza out of the oven, and it is looking good. Okay, so the 2 crusts, or the 2 tortillas with the cheese in between, end up being a pretty nice, thin, crispy crust. So everything melted together nicely. Okay, this is probably going to be like really hot. All right, let's give it a shot here. And let's say that is really good. So I highly recommend this pizza. And that is the size of Archie compared to my hand. Little guy.
Okay.
I show you how to replace an engine in an F-250.
You hear the fuel pump relay going.
And away we go.
But everything's looking good. Boy, that is the smoothest fresh engine startup I've ever seen.
Okay, here we are at the John Day Fossil Beds National Monument. Painted Hills Unit. Play music here.
And there you see me and Kelly posed in front of some of the painted hills. One of the people standing by was nice enough to take our picture. And you can see the layering of the painted hills. I don't know what the mineral is. I guess it might be iron or something. But very cool. This is a wide angle lens with my EOS 5D. And there's a picture of the truck camper in front of another. This is an evening picture. And here's a picture of good old Charlie and his carrier. And there you go. The turkey is in the pot. And I have, one of the things I always like to do with the turkey is because so many of us like drumsticks, I always stick an extra drumstick in there so that I make a fork. All right, Kelly's delicious pumpkin pies. We are sauteing garlic for the mashed potatoes. Here is the extra stuffing. Sue's bourbon yams.
Bourbon, apricot, maple.
Bourbon apricot maple yams. Delicious. And the guest of honor, the turkey. 25 pounds full of stuffing, and this is the genetically altered four-legged turkey. Kelly has set up a lovely table. Yoo-hoo! And Archie is trying to get into the food.
He's locked in the bathroom.
Oh, Archie's locked in the bathroom. We got to go around. I went to Campercon 2019 up at Spanish Banks Beach, Vancouver, BC. That is our host and organizer, just incredible. And these are some of the vans and other RVs that went to the event. You see my truck camper there, and we had a lot of fun. The city of Vancouver was kind enough to put on a fireworks display for us. They also were celebrating Canada Day, so that may have had something to do with it, but we kind of figured it was for our little gathering. Yeah, so we got 5 coming at us. See some smoke there, boys. That's a cool shot. Sweet. I cannot believe that in that. This is a few clips from the big Seattle lightning storm a couple of years ago. Very cool. And this is a night time lapse. You can see the North Star in the center. And this is all night compressed into about 30 seconds. The streaks are jets and possibly some meteors. And here comes the sunrise. Archie, want to play stick? This is security camera footage, and you see Archie to the right there. He had escaped, and here he is again the next night. That was his third night out. He showed up at home after this. We got Archie came back, and he's hungry.
Like, oh my God.
All wet. I've already dried him off, but you can see that he's wet. Good boy.
I was sitting in the chair and I heard this faint little sound outside, and I look and there's this little orange face peering in the window. Mm-hmm. It's dumping rain out there, and we just got back from our walk like a half an hour ago. Yeah. we're walking around the neighborhood and
Good
talking and calling
boy.
his name. I'm crying. I can't believe it.
Good boy. Good boy. Where's his litter box?
That's where it's supposed to be. Is he already passed out?
Mm-hmm. It looks like he's having a dream.
Oh no. I just hope he's okay, you know?
Well, he's very passed out. He looks very sleepy and tired right now.
I mean, it's a tired passed out, not something is wrong with him passed out.
Mm-hmm. Did he poo or pee?
He did something, I don't know.
What was that? Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, you are sleeping hard. Good boy. What a good boy, Archie. Yeah. What a sweet kitty. Archie had gotten spooked and he backed out of his harness and ran away. And he was just gone in an instant. Even if you think you have a good hold on them, you don't. We're lucky he came back. Okay, that is going to be it for this, my 1 million views celebration video. And I would like to again thank people, all you have subscribed, and all of you who come back regularly to watch my videos. And I hope to see you again in the future. I will keep putting out more videos, a lot of how-to videos, a lot of travel videos, and just try to keep entertaining stuff coming your way. So again, thank you, and see you on the next video.